Greetings, everybody. This is Etho, and welcome back once again to another episode of PO2. Don't you just hate that? I'm going to go on a little rant here. I did it as an example for you guys to understand what I mean. What is it with everybody wanting to initialize everything, right? Like PO2, what does he mean? Oh, right, Project Ozone 2. Of course. But meanwhile, you know what I did? I made you stop and think. You had to think what I actually meant there. And that is the worst feeling in the world, right? I could have just told you, and I didn't. I didn't save any time, really. But yeah, I know. It's the world we live in. It's going to keep happening. Anyways, welcome back to PO2. I have decided let's do some base building here to begin with. I got together a little care package for us of ME stuff we are going to bring over to our new island we built recently, and maybe even do some decorating on it today. But we want to try move some of our Botania stuff from here over to here and automate it if possible, because I think we need to get a few things in large supply, mostly these runes, and I think stuff like Dreamwood we might need a bit of it, and a few things like that. So we're going to try automate this and get things moved over to here. So to begin with, easiest way to automate things is with an ME system. We're going to start a brand new one here on this island, and I think we will do the standard model here that I prefer. We have 3 terminals. I always put the crafting monitor in the middle. You know what? We need cables too, don't we? Aha! Okay, let's chisel this out. This will be where we put it. I think it's a decent spot. We'll try to make it blend in with the terrain too, if we can. Crafting monitor in the middle, pattern terminal on the right, interface on the left. Beautiful. Alright. And then let's... Oh, there's actually not a lot of space back here, is there? Okay, well, we'll connect this up to a controller. This will need power, and possibly we should move over some solar panels here too. Let's see, we got that. Alright, for now we'll just keep it powered with this. That works, right? Yep, it turned on. Good. Alright, I went and got a disk drive here too. We'll probably just keep this really simple. We just want to be able to like store a few things here and craft some stuff, you know? Oh, I got that on me already. We'll put our monitor here to see what we're crafting, and then we'll set up our CPU and stuff with it as well. So, coprocessor. I don't know. Again, I don't really understand what these do. I'm going to put one in, but we might not need one if we're not... Sorry, taxes. Just force of habit. We might not need one if we're not doing multiple crafting CPUs here. I'm not sure. Alright, that's there. And some storage. Throw those in. 64Ks. And what else? Patterns will go into here. Good. And I think we're about ready here. We just got to set up the molecular assemblers too. Alright, very good. So we got ourselves a nice little simple setup here just for Botania stuff. A lot of the Botania recipes have unique items, right? Unique recipes. So we don't need to hook it up to our main system, I don't think. Because they won't really share too many resources. I wanted to grab, let's see here, buckets. Do we have some? Yes, we do. And water essence, maybe some of this stuff. And what else? Let's grab packing tape. We're going to need that. Oh, we got to make a new one then. Alright, very good. Guess we'll use up this old one. Accidentally made too many of these facades. Alright, so we have like a bunch of drawers on here with the different petals. We're going to pack these up like so, and move them and then break them over at our new system. Alright, place them and break them. Possibly we'll set up a farm to get more petals, but we do have like 500 of each color, I think, which is pretty good. Alright, very good. So I tried adding an open crate recipe to our system here, and it seems like it's working. We can actually craft stuff, so that's good. Right? Yeah, we got another one. Cool. Just right now we have two interfaces in the back here and some molecular assemblers. We'll have to expand on that though. What I want to try to do is automate the apothecary. So the rules to this thing are we have to add water to it first, drop in the items for the recipe, and then finish off the crafting by dropping a seed in it. And then somehow pick up the item and put it in the ME system if possible. So I think what I want to try, you can craft water in this pack using the water essence, like so. And then a bucket, and that fills it up. So maybe we add a recipe to do that. Go to water buckets. So we'll be able to craft water on the fly. And we won't have to like do something fancy. Kind of cheese it a little bit. Alright. And what we need to figure out is how to do this exactly. Let's see. What's a good recipe to try first? Maybe the daisies are probably the simplest. Can we search? Not history. Type to search. Daisy. Let's try add a recipe for pure daisies. So this is just 4 white petals. So I think what we need to do is add water buckets, then 4 white petals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, does it not let me do certain numbers? Okay. Oh, because I'm on crafting mode. It's like, wait a second. I'm sure I can do it. I've done it before. Okay, now we can add 4 there. And we'll try add a seed. Now, the problem is I don't think it's going to work maybe because we got to do it in a certain order maybe. What am I doing wrong? Oh, we got to tell it what it does. Daisy. We got some in there. Okay, so this will be our first little test to see if this works. Throw that in there. We'll put an open crate above this thing. Okay, throw that back in here. Let's see if this works now. Daisy. And oh, it did. Okay, it dropped the water and dropped the petals in. Oh, sweet. Alright, that worked the first time. I didn't think it actually would. Huh, you know, we got a little bit of a problem here. I thought we could just use a vacuum chest to pick up the items when it's done crafting. Because here's the problem. Like, it's going to drop the water buckets into here and the petals and the seeds. We don't want to pick those up in the vacuum chest. We just want to pick up the finished product and the empty bucket, right? The problem is, like, I thought we could just add a filter here and then say, hey, only pick up the pure daisies and whatever other flowers and empty buckets, not seeds. But these only have 5 spots, which is not enough. And I found out you can't put these in here, the advanced ones, which usually have like 12 or 10 or something. So what do we do? I think we have to do some fancy redstone maybe. Now I read in the book you can check if there's water in here. And if there is, that means it's in the middle of crafting. Right? Yeah, that turns on. So maybe what we got to do is add a filter here for just like water buckets. We'll blacklist them. So it won't pick up water buckets. Let's craft another one. Okay, we'll add that to this. That way when it drops in, it's not going to get sucked up, right? It's going to land in here, and then that's going to turn on the redstone, and then that's going to disable our thing here. Active without signal, I think is what we want. So then when the petals and the seed drops in, this is going to be locked from the redstone. And then when it finishes crafting, this will shut off and then pick up the items, hopefully. Okay, so let's give this a try. We'll see if it works. I bumped up the range to 2 here. I had the vacuum chest right here before underneath the interface, but the interface was putting the items in the vacuum chest, not into the crate. So had to move it back here. We'll try it now. Daisy, hopefully please work. What's wrong? Oh, I'm still stuck on it. Okay, undo, redo. That was really fast. Wow. Yeah, it sucked it up. That's good. We have 4 in here now. We got 4. That's cool. What happens though? I think it's not going to work if we do 2, right? It did. Right? Yeah, it did. Whoa. I really didn't expect that. Okay. Maybe not if we do more than that, because they're landing all over the place. What if we bump this up, though? Because it's only at 2. If we go up to... Oh, okay. Hey, maybe we do that then. Why not? Cool. So anything that goes in the vacuum chest here, we extract and then pump it back into the interface. Then it goes to the ME system, finishes the crafting, and I think we are good to go here. So any recipe we want to add should be pretty simple. Just drop it in here. So maybe next here, let's try to automate our living stone and living wood production. So that's what the pure daisies are for. And then you surround it with either logs or stone, and then they convert after, I think, 1 minute. And I want to try a test. Like, the way I've always done this is you set up a timer, and after a little more than 1 minute, you break the blocks after you place them. I wonder if we can do it, like, just with redstone, though. I'm curious if this will shut off when the blocks change. Oh, here we go. What? What? They changed. Oh, there we go. They changed twice. That was weird. This did not shut off though, so we can't detect it that way. Oh. Oh, it actually detected it. Okay, so the block update detector from extra utilities will probably work. I was just trying out the annihilation plane to see if maybe we could use that, but it doesn't seem like there's any way to add a filter to this, right? It just breaks anything in front of it, so it'll break the stone and it'll break the living rock. We can't detect between the two with it, so need something else. Oh my goodness. It works. Ho ho ho. Okay, so it seems, just trying something here. It needs a place for the block to go, right? And if we don't have a place for the stone, but we have a place for the living rock, I got a storage bus hooked up to this, and I'm not allowing it to go into the ME system, into our storage, because I got a quartz cable here. So it's only allowing power through, but the channels don't connect into our storage. Otherwise, it would have plenty of places to go, right? Yes, I think we can do something here. I think this will work out. Okay, so we're going to put annihilation planes all around the bottom here. And then we're going to make a sandwich. The stone or the wood will go in the middle. And then the formation planes on top of that. Is it still working? Let's go check it out. 42, 43. I think it's still going, guys. Okay, so let me show you what I ended up with here. I spent a few minutes on it. I don't think it's perfect. I think there's better ways of doing it, but this is just what I came up with. I'll show you. So I run a cable from the controller to our little gizmo here. This doesn't actually connect to it, though. It just provides it with power. We're using quartz cables to separate it. Because if it connected to the ME system directly like that, then it would be able to place the stone into here, and we don't want that. We need to limit the amount of storage available for it. So we have our sandwich, annihilation planes on the bottom, formation planes on the top for placing the blocks, the ones on the bottom for breaking them. And what we do, we just run kind of a ring of cables. The big issue I'm having with it, the reason it's not perfect, is I only got 7 of them connected, and we can have up to 8, right? But I need that extra channel for an import bus on the top here. So whatever we put into this cache gets pulled out of here with the import bus and then places the block. And then we need another channel on the bottom here for a storage bus. So the annihilation planes will break the block if there's space for it in this chest. And we filter what's allowed in that chest using the storage bus here. So it's only going to allow living rock and living wood into here. And if this fills up, it should stop too, I think. And that's basically all there is to it. So it's actually fairly simple. I'm pretty happy with that. But I'm sure there's a way to get 8 hooked up to it. I just don't know how. Anyways, let's move on. One more little change to it here, actually. I decided let's fully automate it. Let's not mess around. So I hooked the import bus onto the chest. So anything in here will get pulled out and put into the ME system. The living rock and the living wood will automatically go into storage now. We don't have the quartz cable on here, and we don't have the quartz cable on the cache here either. So the input and the output to the thing is hooked up to the ME system directly, but the actual processing, the formation and annihilation planes are their own separate thing here, divided with the quartz cables. So yeah, this will take stone and jungle wood from our ME system and put it into here, and then it gets converted, broken, put in the chest, and then put into the system. So it's totally automated. As long as we have ingredients in here for it to do its thing, it will continue to run. So that's cool. I just added a recipe here for the Gaia Spreader as well. Ooh, so fancy. So let's go ahead and craft a couple of those. I fought the Gaia Guardian to get some more spirits for it. Ooh, so shiny. Cool. So we'll get those. We'll use those to upgrade our rune maker over here too. We got to move this over still and automate it as well. So it pretty much was automated already. Like this part here, it drops the lotus into the thing here, so it always keeps it full of mana. And then this part here automates the runic altar, drops a stone on when it finishes crafting. So all we got to do really is add the items to our recipe, and I think we'll do it like we did with the apothecary. We'll just have to put an interface next to this open crate, put our recipes in that, and then it'll drop the items onto here. And then we got to pick up the finished product with probably a vacuum chest or something. So I'm going to try to move this over too. And this is the thing, like I love Botania because it's so complex. You have to add like lots of little pieces to make the puzzle work. But man, does it look ugly. When you're all finished, like I don't know how I'm going to make this look good. I don't think I can. This is a mess of redstone and stuff. Okay, let's try this out, guys. Instead of putting the comparator right next to this mana pool, we're going to put it one block over and have it detect through a block. So then we're going to make this stone and kind of hide everything inside the cliff. And then it travels, the redstone travels 5 blocks. It'll go to the clock. And this will be full of lotus. Let's go ahead and just drop our ring in here for a sec. Oh, I gotta shut this off just to fill this up a little bit. Okay, now if this has lotus inside, it should eventually shut off once it's full. Right? I think it shut off already. Okay. That's fine, right? It looks like we're going to be able to hide most of it inside the cliff here, actually. So the part that controls the runic altar, again, we detect it through a stone block, so we can hide it. And then this goes up to the dropper full of living rock and down to the dispenser with the wand in. And that should be able to control everything. And then we can cover most of this up, right? Like you would never know it's there. Well, we got the dropper shown here. But anyways, I ran a cable from our system here. It kind of winds through the cliff. We're going to try to cover that all up too. Comes down to here, through here, and then it's going to come up through the center. And this is what we're going to use to automate things. Come up through here. We'll probably send it to both of these droppers. This one needs lotus, so we'll hook up a... What do we need? Exports? Yeah, I think it's export buses, right? Export bus onto this one, so it'll always keep it full of lotuses. Lotuses or lotus? What's the plural? I'm not sure. I think just just Lotus, right? Yeah. Okay. Trying to think about that now. This one, we will throw this into here, so it's got a filter for it. It'll take it directly out of the ME system, put it in here. Oh, it looks like we had some in already. It's filling it. 34, 35, kind of slowly, but it's fine. And then we just have to connect to this interface here, and we can start throwing recipes into it, I think. Oh, this is not facing the right way. Whoops. Supposed to face into the open crates. Let's try that again. There we go. Hopefully that's good. Alright, that one's filling up too. So yeah, let's connect the cable to the interface, and then we'll try and make a recipe for this altar and see if it works too. So probably the easiest one is the fire rune, right? That's just mana powder, steel, brick, gunpowder, nether wart, and I moved, I think, all that stuff here. So again, we go to processing, gunpowder, just to try this out, gunpowder, mana steel, and oh, this is draining quickly. Oh, I'm searching, that's why I can't find stuff. Had the G in there. Okay, nether wart and mana dust. Where are you? There you go. Okay. Do we have any fire runes in here already? Oh, we do. Sweet. I think it makes 2, right? If my memory serves me correctly. So we throw that in here, and I think we'll be able to craft it then, hopefully. Let's try it out. Okay, we got gunpowder on there. Nether warts. It's pretty slow. It's fine. Like, we don't need a super ton of them. That was fast. Yeah, now we just need something to pick up the items when it finishes. I think we might be able to just put a vacuum chest here and not do anything fancy with redstone. We'll just kind of cheese it, hopefully. Otherwise, we gotta detect when this is crafting and like disable this like we did with the apothecary probably. But I'm hoping because of the angle of it, like it's gonna pull towards the vacuum chest as it drops out of the crate here, but I'm hoping it hits the altar first. And then when it finishes crafting, it'll get pulled towards that to finish off. Maybe. Let's try it out. So we'll try craft another fire rune. Fire rune. Okay, it looks like it hit the altar. Hit the altar that time. Is it pulling towards the vacuum chest? Oh yeah, I did see an angle to it. It kind of... It's not falling perfectly straight down. Okay. Nice! Okay, that works. Let's try this again. I'm trying to get it to work with multiple craftings now. And it's kind of struggling with that. So the first one works no problem, right? I moved this vacuum chest 1 block over so it'll have a weaker pull on this, hopefully. And maybe it'll work now. If not, we'll see what's going wrong here. You see that? So the nether wart hit the altar, but because it just finished crafting, it didn't actually pick it up, and it went into the chest here. If we could get it to glide along the altar a little bit slower, like maybe we'll move it 1 block further back, it might work then. It's only going to put 4 items on here, probably, right? Or just 3? Just 3, okay. I guess 2 items went into here and I didn't see it, so maybe it just doesn't work with multiple craftings. Oh, give me that back. Well, we're kind of out of time here for today, I guess. It's a little bit of a puzzle for me. How do we get it to work with multiple craftings at a time? I'm not sure. I feel like we need to lock the open crate at some point, maybe using the redstone, but yeah, let me know, guys. I'm sure you guys know exactly what to do. But we're going to wrap up here for today, so hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, as always, and I will see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.